Before I start today's video, I want to give a shout out to Ant Essentials. They are a small company that had asked me to make a care guide for an ant species that I know a lot about. So, what better ant species to do it on other than Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis? With that said and out of the way, it's time to roll the intro. My name is Lights, Camera, Ants. Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis is a species of fungus-growing ant that, like its more famous cousins, Atta and Acromyrmex, collect different organic material varying from leaves to insect frass to grow their fungus gardens amongst which they live in and feed on. They are found from Mexico through the East Coast and all the way up to New York, which has earned these ants the nickname, the Northern Fungus-Growing Ant. Today, I'll be going over the care sheet I made for them. You can find this exact care sheet on antsessentials.com. The first thing I go over is size. Queens can be from 5 to 6 millimeters in length. Drones, also known as males, are about 5 millimeters. Workers range from 3 to 4.5 millimeters. And the fungus garden can be as small as a pinhead to as big as a softball. The next thing I go over is the formicarium you will need for them. Since in the wild Trachymyrmex nest in well-drained sandy soil, you will want to replicate something like that to the best of your ability. To do so, you only need a few things: acrylic or glass boxes, tubing, plaster, sand, and metal mesh or cotton for ventilation. When all of these things are put together, your formicarium should look a little something like this. I've used this exact setup for many Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis colonies, and it has never failed once. After you have their setup complete, you need to know their temperature and humidity requirements. This part is just as important as any other when it comes to care. Since these ants do just fine at room temperature, which is 20 to 22 degrees Celsius or 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, they don't need heat like Atta or Acromyrmex would. In fact, a few degrees in either direction wouldn't hurt at all. Just keep them somewhere above 16 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit and below 27 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. One thing I like to look for is condensation on the glass or acrylic, as this in most cases means the setup is ideal for the ants to live and grow their fungus in. I then go on to talk about feeding and watering. If you've kept Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis before, you might already know that they normally collect insect frass to grow their fungus gardens. But I've been studying and experimenting with these ants a lot within the past few months that I've been keeping them, and turns out they like a lot more than just insect frass and detritus. In fact, they also like leaves, grass, flowers, oats, green apples, lettuce, grapes, and in some cases, insect parts. Watering the ants is simple. I like to make sure the plaster is almost at full capacity. This means long-lasting humidity, which leads to strong, healthy fungus and brood. Lastly, I give the reader some fun facts about Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis. Fun fact number 1 is their ability to play dead. I've seen this happen many times when they are confronted by other ants, and in fact, it's not only the workers that do it. I've seen queens do it as well, which makes them harder to find if you were to dig for them. Fun fact number 2, Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis has the ability to stridulate. They do this by rubbing 2 parts of their abdomen together to make a sound that most human ears can hear if the room is quiet. And now, you know how to care for Trachymyrmex Septentrionalis. Again, if you would like to access this exact care sheet, you can do so by clicking the link I provided in the description below. Oh, and before I let you go, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. It means so much to me that there were over 500 people who would like to watch these videos. It took me over 2 years to get to 500, so in theory, it should take me much less to get to 1000. And with that said, my name is Lights, Camera, Ants, and I'll see you beautiful people yet again in the next video.